Eagles up 24-0 at the half. Carson Wentz looks absolutely horrible. I'll be with you in a couple seconds. Go Birds. Hell yeah. The Eagles up 24-0 at halftime against the Washington Commanders in FedEx Field. I'm Freddie Burns. This is the Edge of Philly Sports Painted Lines halftime show, riding this solo today. I'm going to be relying on the Facebook comments today. Who do we got? We got one up already. Let's go. Defense is outstanding. I agree, Jordan Dobbins. Thank you for listening. If you get a chance, click that subscribe button, hit like, and keep on commenting. That's what I want to get with first. Devontae Smith had an outstanding half. Hurts, pretty solid. I would say solid for Hurts. Wentz, horrible. But that defensive line is eating. 5 sacks in the half. Six sacks in the half. And from the get-go, they just have dominated up front. And I think that is the main difference in this game. Without the up front defense, I don't know how this game goes. If you listen to our pregame show, shout out to Devereaux Sports and the Sully squad. They kind of nailed this. They were all about the defensive line this half. I commented on the turnovers, and they also pointed out Dallas Goedert. And in the beginning, that's all it was. D-line, turnovers, Goedert. Wentz has now 69 fumbles in 89 games. Ooh, that's not good. That is not good. And I'll tell you, as a Wentz fan, it is a beauty to be able to watch that from the other side and not have to worry about or defend him and actually root against him. The Eagles defense has been, up to par from where they were at against Minnesota. That Vikings game, I was really, really concerned, like very, very concerned. And then they came out, they played well. And then tonight, they don't even need to blitz. No blitzes are, and I think this is what Jonathan Gannon had envisioned. A game where he calls blitzes as he will. He doesn't have to generate pressure. He can use that to his advantage, not need it for the blitz. And I think this is what he wants all along. Defensive line outstanding. Who we got here? What a great half. Let's keep it up. Bury these guys. Hell yeah. Fly, Eagles, fly. Steve. Frank Finnegan, I think I put this up here already, but I'll put it up again. Awesome D in the first half. Dives is actually with his daughter today. He's taking a daughter day. He might jump in on the post-game show, but he's absolutely awesome every week. But he deserves a week off, hang out with his daughter, right? So, yeah, he's chilling with his daughter. Anyhow, moving on from the defense, let's get to the offense. As Tony Rondalco says, Devontae Smith, hell yeah, we're going to get to him. But let's start with Jalen Hurts. 18 of 27, 279 yards, 3 touchdown passes, 137.7 quarterback rating. I have to say, in the beginning, I was like, he's back to being so-so. But as the game, got to it, Montez Sweat had some pressure off the corner, probably rattled them a little bit. They made their adjustments, and he started to settle in and make plays, spreading the ball around all over. We definitely have to have multiple receivers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then there was an attempt to Quez Watkins on that PI. So he's got targets all the way around to 6 different receivers, which is so key when being quarterback. You need to spread the ball around and make sure you're getting it to everyone so that, A, the defense doesn't know where it's going, and B, everyone's happy. The number one receiver, though, of the half, at first it looked like A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith were kind of half and half. A.J. Brown had his first career touchdown as a Philadelphia Eagle, but Devontae Smith went off. 7 catches, 156 yards and a touchdown. For anyone who was worried in fantasy that Devontae Smith wasn't going to be a part of this offense after week 1, no worries now. They tried getting him involved immediately game 2, and today he has proven to be an outstanding first-round pick. It's so exciting to just have receivers to throw the ball to. And like a couple of those throws by Hurts, they weren't perfect. They weren't really even that great, even A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. But guess what? He put the ball in a position for his receivers to make plays, and that is key. As you see, Carson Wentz on the other side is holding on to the ball way too long. We saw that the longest time here in Philly, and though he did not have the receivers that Hurts has, it's irrelevant. He still never gave the receivers opportunity. You see Hurts giving these receivers an opportunity to make plays. It's very exciting. Howard Friedman, I don't know how you pronounce it. Wow, Hurts is playing sick right now. I have to admit, I'm freaking really impressed. I am too. I needed to see last week. I couldn't get behind last year. I couldn't get behind it. We beat no one last year, and we limped by teams that stunk last year. I could not get behind it last year. And then week 1, I was like, so. Definitely rooting for Hurts. Always was rooting for Hurts, but wasn't there yet. Last week, I'm like, wow, I'm a believer. I think I'm a believer. And then this week, he continues to spread the ball around. It's just outstanding stuff to watch as an Eagles fan. They started out the first half trying to get the ball going, get the run game going with Miles Sanders, and then eventually they opened it up. Who else do I have down here? Not it. Goddard, as predicted. Slay and Goddard were injured at one point. Little scary. Saw Zach McPherson come on and play. You weren't sure how that was going to play out, but then Darius Slay got back into the game. Goddard had a nice drive, or that nice play where he real nifty, man. For a big guy like that, nifty moves into the end zone, scored a touchdown. Then he was out. He comes back in the game. If I have a negative from this half, well, I should say Shane Steichen. Spare me with the fourth down end around to Zach Pascal. Just spare me with that stuff. It so reminds me of Nelson Aguilar and even Jalen Reagor to a point. It's just stupid. It's 4th and 1. Just run a normal play. You have a huge quarterback. Like, just stop with the nonsense. I would have kicked the field goal on the first 4th down as well. But hey, I can't knock people for being aggressive. Great point here, Tony. Negative 16 yards passing for Washington. It's garbage out there on their side, and Redskins fans, though there's few of them in that stadium because Philly Sports Trips has filled that stadium along with other Eagles fans that aren't going with them. If you listen to the pregame, Big Al and Joey Sheeran were down there. We interviewed them live. They did an Eagles chant. The crowd was amazing. Britton Covey, special teams. Scare me. He's my boy. Scare me a little bit on that one. Scare me a little bit. Muffin that punt, but he recovered it. We're looking good. Let's turn to the second half. We got to keep the pressure on. 24-0. I would like to see the Eagles establish some run game with the football. The D-line of the Redskins is banged up. Let's keep control of this game. Don't give any life. The Redskins have been very bad in the second half, so let's not give them any life here. We know as bad as Carson was as an Eagle, he does have a little that clutch gene, that fourth quarter comeback gene. Let's put him to bed, bury him, and end it. We will be back live post-game. Me and Pat Bernard from Devereaux Sports. We will be live in about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So we will see you then. Go Birds.